Hello, PJ. I and my husband both work and we get home almost at the same time. When it comes to chores, am I wrong to at least expect him to assist me with some? So this lady, she thinks, based on her working schedule with her and her husband, she thinks husband should help her at least with some of the chores to lessen the load on her. So sir, what's your take on this?
Okay, they both work, right?
Yes, sir.
And they come home at the same time.
Almost at the same time.
Okay. Okay. Reasonably, this is not something to argue about. It depending on the kind of man. Are you getting me? Depending on the kind of man. Let's be honest. You know, if you are just upcoming, it's a different thing. But I don't believe in this 21st century. There are many ways to get this done. I get me rather telling a man to come and wash plates. So it doesn't make sense. To me, I would rather expect the woman to ask for something that is more okay by getting a house help or maybe a house worker. So who comes around to take care of the basic things in the house. It may not necessarily, you know, some women, they don't like house help. Some people don't like that. So,
but sir, what if they can't afford an house help?
Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. If it's the one that they cannot afford such, okay, what comes to play? If you are telling a man to share the kitchen work with you because you all both go to work and come back at the same time, I hope you are ready to share the bills as well. I get me. At least 30% of the bills of that family, of the house, of what the lady should provide it, while the guy take care of the 70%. Since you want an equal kind of or a partnership kind of marriage, then let's do it full-time partnership. All right, I will help you in the kitchen, no problem, but you will help me pay the house rent. 30%, that's what you pay. Are you getting it? Does that make sense? No, it doesn't make sense. Let's not deceive ourselves. Does it make sense? It doesn't make sense. Are you getting me? Women, a woman's money is our money. All right? I hope you know that. A man's money is our money. Are you getting it? That is the mentality. They said if you have 20,000 naira and your wife has 100,000 naira, how much is in that house? It's 20,000 naira. So because our money is our money, and if you dare collect, it's borrow. And when you borrow it, if you borrow you 20,000, she will collect it with another 20,000. And you will pay until the day you say, Onikon, let's settle this account. I pay finish today, or you sign. Let's end this thing. All right? So let's look at this. On the issue of house choice, on a normal ground, let's look at it. It is not a man's job. Are you getting me? In a marriage, it's not a man's job. Let's be honest with ourselves. I'm not saying a man cannot help. He can help. He can assist when he chooses to. But it is not mandatory that he no, let me put it this way. Just imagine your siblings are around. Your younger ones came to the house and they meet your husband as a woman in the kitchen washing plates. Will you be okay? How will you feel? Will you be okay with that? So why will you subject him to that? Because every woman wants a man they can be proud of. Are you getting it? Not a sissy. No woman wants a sissy for your husband. Are you getting it? So because of that, the kind of image you want your husband, the kind of morale you want your man to carry is what you bestowed on him. Are you getting me? If you want your man to be a lion, then treat him like one. It will be a lion for you. But if you want to be a boy, treat him like that. It will be like that for you. That is a man, you go outside, somebody will insult you. You will say, Oni, let us leave the matter. Let us go home. Yeah, it's okay. You know, I don't like trouble. That's the kind of man you are trying to create for yourself. But the one that you will say, no, leave the kitchen. Go, I will do it. You get that? So he will feel like this. Lion of Idoma land. He will feel that way. So the day you dare talk to his wife, even though he doesn't have anything, he will fight for the wife. Are you getting me? Not to let her down. So there are some things we shouldn't give to men to do, because psychologically they reduce their manship. I get me? It reduces them psychologically. That's why you see our parents when we're growing up, there are some things they will never give to the male child to do. Not because they don't want you to learn, but these things, they affect the male child psychologically, and it's not reasoning like women. And men, your parent doesn't want that. So, in my opinion, I don't think the issue of house chores should be something that we should be deliberating about. There are sometimes, if a man loves his wife, you notice, let's say on Saturday morning, your wife is washing plate, mopping the floor, cooking in the kitchen, and you are there doing what? Nothing. No, are you that wicked to watch your wife walk herself out? Are you getting me that way? A reasonable man definitely will step in. Okay, only leave the floor. I will mop the floor. Go and do other things. Normally, are you getting it? But not like, you are sitting down there. Come and mop the floor. I will not mop floor again. Once you start talking like that, you spoil the whole thing. Are you getting me? So these are things that should be discussed. Are you getting me? Pre-marriage. You discuss them before you get involved with someone. Know whether if he's the kind of person that you tell to come and mop the floor before you start packing your load to your father's house. Are you getting me? Because for someone like me, honestly speaking, you can't tell me to come and mop the floor. If I so choose to mop the floor, I mop the floor. All right, it's my house. Are you getting me? I mop the floor. But to tell me come and mop the floor, you are looking for trouble, because I'm not going to listen to that. I can mop the floor. There's nothing there. After all, I leave my flat. I mop it whenever I choose to, when I feel like, or probably when I'm chance, I mop. So, but to say commanding, but if the man is not busy, for me, I don't think you should be that wicked to leave your woman to work herself out. But if you are busy, it's a different thing entirely. I know some men are very unreasonable. You see their wife is busy doing this, doing that, doing that. The man is on the phone, doing rubbish. Nothing in particularly they are doing there. They are so insensitive to know that this woman is struggling. You need to step in. Even though she's cooking, you don't know how to cook. It's not your work. Just go there and tap her back, rub her back, say, my love, you're too much. I remember my dad, those days, my dad would call, because my mom was a very hard-working person. My dad was a smart-working person. He's the educated one. All right, he's an office person. My mom was a trader, so many other things he was doing. She worked so hard. Sometimes my dad will come around. He will be, you know what will call my mom? He will say, will say, Justina, the bulldozer. You are everywhere. He said, take time to rest. He said, how will I rest if I don't do this? So what I'm trying to tell you is this. As a man, even though you are not doing something, give her some moral support. Are you getting me? Give her morale. At least be hailing her, be giving her some moral. Stand with her. Are you getting me? Sit close to her. Even though you are not washing the clothes, let her wash. Help her raise the clothes and hang that one. Don't worry, wash it. I'll be hanging there for you. Are you getting me? Don't just sit down there, leave her like she's a slave in your house. She's not an ass girl, for goodness sake. So men, be reasonable. At least step in. But woman, please do not go and tell your husband to come and do some things that you are supposed to do. Are you getting me? You know, say, and me, every time I'm always washing the plate, I'm always doing this. You today I will not wash you except you do that. You will still go to your father's house. I'm telling you. Because you're not ready for marriage. I know some people in this 21st century we are in, a lot of people don't buy this idea anymore. See, let me tell you. There are some things, naturally, they are not made for men. Whether you want to argue it, or sit down there. You can argue it. You know. A man will never carry pregnancy. Are you getting me? Do you know if women have their way today to give pregnancy to man to carry, they will contest it? They will contest it. Is it only me? I carry the first one. I me carry Jumbo. Now you will carry Cynthia this year. That's what would I be hearing. This would be the argument to be having out there today. No, me, I cannot carry baby this year. It's you that will carry that one. No, I can't carry. That's what would I be getting. You see, the kind of things. So all these things, even God who created them, he knows the things that are made for a man to do, that are not the things that are made for a woman to do. Even nature would tell you that. There are things that women are naturally good at. Men, they have to struggle like this to do it. You know this thing. It's not for them. No matter how you train them to do it, it's not for them. They cannot do well in that area. There are areas where they can do well. That is the area they have to be encouraged. That's why I always tell man, make money. Are you listening to me? The other name of a man is a provider. Are you listening to me? The other name for a man is a provider. If you cannot provide, then you will be ready to share the kitchen. Be ready to share the kitchen. You must provide. Because when they are talking about washing, say, honey, don't worry. Tomorrow I've ordered for a washing machine. They are bringing it tomorrow to a store for you. You get that? He's talking about me. I cannot be me like a man who like to eat pardon yam. Me, I want to eat pardon yam. Me, I'm tired. I can't be pardon yam. I'm tired. Okay, don't worry. I'm bringing a yam pando from here. I've ordered it. It's coming in tomorrow. Are you getting me? Instead of subjecting a woman to hard labor, make things easier for her. You can't tell me after putting all these things in place, he will still tell you to come and share the kitchen, to come and wash plates, and wash this one. He can't do that. Are you getting me? So make things easier for her. So she will be happy. You know, a woman loves her kitchen to be superb. The way men love their sitting room to be filled with many gadgets, the same way a woman loves her kitchen to be filled with gadgets as well. Put all the necessary things in there. Let the kitchen to be spacious, not that tiny hole they call kitchen. You getting an apartment, make sure you check the kitchen very well because of your wife. And only God help you if you have a woman that is well sized. So you need to get a well sized kitchen for her, so that when she step in, she will be everywhere. At least you know, not that kind of kitchen when she's inside you cannot pass. So brother, make money. Are you listening to me? When you make money, it makes things easier. Because the Bible says money answereth all things. Money answereth all things. Alright? It will put a smile on your woman's face. You won't all this. See, I can tell you, majority of all the quarrel that you see in many marriages today is poverty. The cause is poverty. If the money is there, this thing won't be a problem.
Hallelujah. Thank you very much, sir.